Have you ever really thought about what happens when you tap play on a video? I mean, it feels instant, right? But the journey your data takes, well, it's one of the most incredible engineering stories on the entire planet. Today, we're going to follow that journey all the way from a phone in Fiji down across the ocean floor and even into space. So, let's get into it.
Okay, so our story kicks off with something we all do every day. Picture this. You're in the capital, Suva, just scrolling through your phone. You see a video that looks interesting, and you tap it. In that split second, you've just kicked off this massive chain reaction that spans thousands of kilometers. So what is actually going on behind that screen? Well, first, that tap sends a signal from your phone to a nearby mobile tower. Easy enough. From there, it zips through underground cables to this special building right on Fiji's coast called a landing station. And this place? This is the gateway. This is where your request leaves the land and takes a deep, deep dive into the Pacific Ocean. And this is where things get really mind-blowing. We're now entering the world of submarine fiber optic cables, the hidden backbone of our entire global internet.
Now, Fiji isn't just connected by some single lonely thread. No, wait, it's plugged into this huge underwater network. We're talking about massive data highways like the Southern Cross Cable and the Tui-Samoa Cable. These link Fiji directly to big hubs in Australia, New Zealand, and the United States, making it a super critical connection point for the whole Pacific.
And the tech itself is just incredible. You see, these cables, they don't carry electricity like a power cord, not at all. They're actually carrying your data encoded into these tiny pulses of light, and they're flashing through pure glass fibers, each one thinner than a human hair, at, you guessed it, nearly the speed of light. And the amount of information they can carry is, well, it's just astronomical. We are talking about hundreds of terabits per second.
To put that into perspective for you, a single one of these cables has enough capacity for millions, and I mean millions of people to all be watching their favorite shows in high def at the exact same time. It's wild. And here is the real magic of the engineering. All of that data, literally the entire digital lifeblood of a nation, is flowing through a cable that's often no thicker than a garden hose you'd have in your backyard, just resting silently on the deep, dark ocean floor.
But for all its power, this amazing infrastructure is surprisingly fragile. So let's take a look at what happens when things go wrong. I mean, think about it. These cables are lying on one of the most unpredictable environments on Earth, the seabed. Earthquakes can shift the ocean floor and just snap them. But you know what the most common threat is? It's us. It's humans. A ship dropping an anchor in the wrong place can completely sever a nation's connection to the world. This is exactly why relying on just one cable is so risky. In engineering, they call it a single point of failure. If that one cable gets cut, fixing it means sending out a special ship to basically fish for a garden hose-sized cable miles below the surface. It's a massive operation. That's why building redundancy, having multiple pathways, is so critical. If one line gets cut, traffic is instantly rerouted through another, and for you, the user, you notice absolutely nothing. Okay, but what about the places on Earth that are so remote you can't even lay a submarine cable? For that solution, we actually need to look up, way up, into orbit. So, this is where two amazing technologies work together. Think of it like this. The submarine cables are the intercontinental superhighways of the internet. High bandwidth, super fast. But low-orbit satellites, they're like the rugged, all-terrain vehicles that can branch off that highway and reach anywhere, connecting the most isolated communities on the planet. And in Fiji, this is making a huge difference. For remote communities in places like the Lau and Lomaviti groups or the far-flung Yasawa Islands, satellite internet is an absolute game-changer. It gives them a connection that would otherwise be pretty much impossible. And it's so important to get this. For these communities, this isn't about streaming movies or playing games. It's about connecting to things like telehealth, online education, and brand new economic opportunities. It is truly a lifeline. So, we've journeyed from the palm of your hand down to the deepest parts of the ocean and all the way up into space. Let's kind of zoom out and bring it all together. The story of Fiji's internet connection is just this perfect, beautiful example of human ingenuity. It's about laying cables the size of a garden hose across the deepest parts of our planet, while also launching constellations of satellites into orbit, all of it working together in harmony to connect some of the most beautiful and isolated places on Earth. But you know the most amazing part of all this? This entire, unbelievably complex system of light and glass and satellites. It was all built for one reason, for you. Every single time you learn something, create something, or connect with someone online, you are using one of the greatest marvels of modern engineering. So, the real question is, what will you do with it?